Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our VIP event this evening. So you're going to hear from a few agents, but first I'm going to get myself out of the way. I'm going to bring to the floor, she's a 4-star director. I have got my notes here, by the way, because she's got that much, I can't remember it. She's a presidential ruby ring wearer, signifying at least $250,000 annual residual income. She's number 36 income earner out of 86,000 agents, and she has a team of over 3,900. On top of all that, she is a busy mum of 5. She is a grandma. She's an EMT for a local emergency services over in the USA from Ohio. And I'm going to bring to the floor Director Cindy Bruggeman. Are you there, Cindy?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Georgina?
I can, yes, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be with you guys tonight. Thank you, Georgina, for that amazing introduction. You guys shouldn't tell you anything about herself. So just let me let you know who you heard from before I came on. She is an ambassador with our company. She has the highest level of education. She works part-time on top of this job, and 20,000 pounds in sales just in January she had. So she is an amazing travel advisor and sharing this business with others as she is moving up the ranks in the company also. So I am from Ohio. My name is Cindy Bruggeman, and I am a mom of 5. I have 2 grandchildren, and I've been in this business a little over 6 years, and I helped launch in the UK. We launched in July of 2017, and I got to help lead that, and it was amazing to be able to work with our partners, our vendors, and the CEO and the president of the company, getting all of that launched, and it is just amazing. We have thousands of people in the UK that are working this business and just growing very rapidly. So I'm going to share you a little bit about my story, why I joined this business, and what I've gotten from this business. And we're going to have a few agents come on at the end of a few slides that I put together. We're going to have a few agents come on and share their story also, and why they love this business and what they've been able to accomplish with this business. So let me see, here we go. This is me. I love cruising, by the way. Cruising is my thing. My husband and I just fell in love with cruising. The very first cruise we went on was in 2016. It's right here. Our daughters, my daughter's now 18. She'll be 19 this week. And this one here is 16. So this has been several years ago, was in 2016. We were on this cruise, our very first cruise. And my husband and I were like, how can we live on a cruise ship without working on it? Like, this is amazing. My kids, my daughters were like, can you like be homeschooled? Can we homeschool you so we can cruise all the time we want? And they're like, no way. Like, they love school, and they love their friends and their sports and their extracurricular activities. So they did not want to be homeschooled. So we just cruise as often as we can. And this was actually just last month. In February. It seems like ages ago. It does not just seem like a month ago. So much has gone on since, but that was just last month in the Bahamas. And that picture is not filtered. That water was so clear, and you could see the fish swimming with you. It was just amazing. The beach, the sand was as powdery as I've ever seen. It was like a powder sand. It was just amazing. It's Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas. It's Carnival's private island. Amazing. I love it. It's just gorgeous. But the day that I was on this first cruise, my friend posted on Facebook and said, I'm joining this travel business. And I'm like, wait a minute, this might be our answer. This might be what we're looking for. So I messaged her, and I'm like, tell me about this, because this might be what we're looking for. We're trying to live on a cruise ship. And she said, you could have got paid probably $500 to $600 to go on that cruise. And I was like, what? Like, how? Because I didn't pay anybody to book it for me. I just went through a travel agent. She said commissions are built in. They're built in across the board in the travel industry. You're paying that commission to somebody whenever you book a trip, because that's just the way the travel industry is. The commissions are built in, and whoever books that trip gets paid. So I'm like, I am never traveling or cruising again without coming home to the paycheck. So that's why I joined. I said, sign me up. We'll talk more about it when I get home. And that's exactly what we did. I joined and never cruised again without me coming home to the paycheck. So what does a home-based travel agent do? All right, we handle all aspects of the booking process. Okay, if you think about what a brick and mortar travel agent would do, if there are even brick and mortar travel agents anymore, I'm not sure, but we work within our client's budget. We find out about our client. We learn who our clients are, what kind of travel they enjoy, and we really are able to really support them. We help them keep their information up to date if their passport's going to expire or anything like that. I actually have my daughter's passport sitting right here because I got to call and get hers renewed because hers expires the end of this year. So, well, but if our client comes up with any issues or emergencies, we can help them with that as professional travel agents. Okay, so what are the benefits of being a home-based travel agent? All right, let me tell you, this is the best one. You can work from anywhere. You don't have to work from home. We're home-based travel agents, independent travel agents, whatever you want to call us, but we can work from anywhere. Anywhere there's Wi-Fi or cell service, you can work. And I can testify to this because just in November, I flew over to London, met up with some of my friends. We had an amazing meeting. We walked the town, went to Harrah's, and just had an amazing time. Had some dinner. The next day we left. We went down to Southampton and we took a cruise ship, Carnival Celebration, the brand new cruise ship, and did a transatlantic cruise for 2 weeks. We did a couple stops in France and Portugal and Spain, and then we did 7 days across the Atlantic Ocean. Amazing. And I was able to work. I was able to come on and do Zooms. I could, do meetings with my team, and I was able to book travel right from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm telling you, you can work from anywhere. All right. There's no quotas. Nobody tells you how much you have to sell. Nobody says you got to sell this much or you get kicked out of the company. It's your business. You get to work what you want. You can set goals for yourself and say, I'm going to sell this month. But if you don't hit it, it's only your requirements. Okay. There's no inventory. I love this because I've always sold a direct sales product, and they would say you have to, hit this much sales to get your bonus. So I would order a bunch of products at the end of the month to hit my quota so I could get my bonus check. And then I had all that inventory sitting there for months and months on end. I had a special cabinet just for my inventory that I didn't use. I was able to get rid of that cabinet because now we provide a service. We're able to book travel for people and I don't have to carry any inventory. It's amazing. So you get to make your own schedule. I didn't realize that time freedom was missing in my life until I got it. I was always working 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours a week. My husband was doing the same thing. We had 4 jobs together at one time. Both worked full-time, both worked part-time jobs. And then I sold a product on top of that to help ends meet. We had 5 kids. We had a lot of expenses. And, one in college all the way down to preschool at one point. And we were working and we thought that's just what you do. You just work. And then when I found this business, I'm like, I'm just tired. I was going to work with chest pains, coming home crying some days because it was such a negative, stressful environment. I couldn't do it anymore. My doctor was saying something has got to give. You've got to give something up. And I knew it had to be my full-time job in the office because I was having those chest pains going in. I knew that's what was affecting my health. So when I found this, I was not looking for something. And I just knew if I gave my 100% effort into this, that I could be successful. And that's what happened. I have an organization of over 4,000 people now. It's absolutely amazing what and how your life can change in 6 years. Okay. So you get to make your own schedule. I get to schedule my business around my family now. My family can come first. So we have an amazing travel agent community support. You not only get supported by the company, but you get supported by our team and our organization. If you join our organization, we are going to be here for you We have, just success steps to help you get started. There's no contract. You own your own travel business, okay? And the market research is amazing, you guys. I'm going to show you a few of the VIP travel benefits just for being a part of the company and being, a home-based travel advisor. Unlimited income opportunity. You can make as much as you want. I've seen comp plans that said, nope, this is the max you can make, and they cap it. But this is unlimited. You can make as much as you want. So you get to sell travel, earn travel commissions, and travel better. So it pays to be a travel agent. Here's a few familiarizations or commission rates for agents. So familiarizations are trips that we get to go on, and they say you get to come at a discounted price because you're an agent. We want you to experience our cruise ship. We want you to experience our resort, and then come back and sell it to your clients. So here's a few examples. This top one right here was a Royal Caribbean 7 nights, 293 pounds for an ocean view room and 411 pounds for a balcony. That's extreme. You couldn't go on a balcony room on a Royal Caribbean cruise for less than 1,000 pounds. That would be my guess. And I had some friends who went on this one. They got to meet the captain of the ship. They had pictures with them. It was pretty cool. So 400 pounds savings on our Malia hotel, and that was with the agent rates. Amazing, right? Doesn't that look amazing? Okay, so this is Claire in January 2023. She did an agent training weekend with Disney Business Development Team in Disneyland Paris. Look at that. She got to meet Mickey. 3 days exploring the magic, including the new Avengers campus. Cool. $550 total for 4 people. Wow. In Paris. That's amazing. Okay. So here's a few commission examples of what people make booking a trip. I left this one here because I know this is a cruise from the United States, but $5,908 was the price of the cruise, $675 commission on that. All right, this one here, Debbie was just 400 pounds away from becoming the newest member of the 25K crew. Okay, 25K means you made 25,000 pounds in bookings. Just 6 months into her business, she did that. That's amazing. Okay, this was, somebody posted this. This is just shots from our team. So excited to book this for my clients last week. Clients had an idea of what they wanted. I just confirmed the ship, the dates and the prices and hours work done. 2 cabins booked, 800 pounds commission for 1 hour of work. Who gets that in an hour? That's right. And that's why she loves being a travel agent. 800 pounds in 1 hour. That's amazing. This one here is a spotlight that we did for somebody in our team. This is Katrina. She had 10,000 pounds in bookings just for the 1 month. That's amazing. So what is our host travel agency and what does it provide? Okay, our host travel agency is IntelliTravel.uk. All right, we've been around for 31 years. All right, they have exclusive offers. I showed you some of those trips, competitive rates, insider travel knowledge, destination events, and full service support. All right, they are ATOL Protected, and all the vendors we use are ATOL Protected. And we have our own ABTA number. We've got ABTA approved. IntelliTravel is the only US-based travel agency, host travel agency, that has been approved to work in the UK. And we have our own director over in the UK with an office over there that helps support our whole system with several people that work in that office and that are building the rapport with these different vendors and the relationships with these vendors. So it's pretty amazing what I've seen happen since we partnered with the UK, since we've launched in the UK in 2017. And we're always adding new vendors all the time, still to this day. So they provide the travel agent credentials. Okay, you get your ATOL number, your ABTA number, your IATA number. You have the credentials they provide for when you register as a travel agent. They give you the access to the vendors. So Disneyland and Carnival, those type of vendors, all the hotels, you're going to see a handful of them. I'll show you. You're going to see those, and that is going to be who you have access to. They provide the commissions. Okay, the vendors will write them a check and then IntelliTravel will send you the check. VIP travel benefits. They provide the education. Everything that you need to learn is included. You don't have to pay any extra money for the education. The ATOL and ATOL Protected, like I said, the marketing material, everything you need to get started is at your fingertips. You get your very own personal website, so many innovative tools, valuable resources, and customer support 7 days a week. Okay, it's just amazing. And I just went over this. I forgot to take one of them out of there. I apologize for that. There you go. You get another recap of what we got. So this is awards that we've received in this business. Travel Weekly Magellan Awards, we've received several of those. The CLIA, I love this one. We're in the Cruise Line International Association Premier Agency. 35 travel agencies out of the whole United States get invited to this club. And we're one of them. And we're the only host travel agency that gets invited. Okay, and you can see Viking Cruises, we're the Platinum Circle member. And a lot of these companies will pay extra commissions because we're in their premier clubs. So things that you'll have access to, you can see this is just a handful of different vendors. We have over 80 vendors now that you have access to. All right, hotels and resorts, flights, vacation rentals, all-inclusive packages, travel insurance, car rentals, US vacation packages, theme parks, cruises, excursions, and so much more that you will have access to. So what kind of education and certifications do I need? This is one of the main questions I get asked when people are looking into this business. All right, we have an IntelliTravel University that you're required to take, and then you have the government regulations test and education to take. That's mandatory. And then you can go through each level of certification at your own pace. Okay, and then you can go and acquire vendor specific certifications. If you want to learn all about Disney and become a Disney specialist, you can go learn about that at your own pace. All right, you can experience travel by taking those amazing trips. You get to build your own brand. You can come up with your own company name, create your own logo. Look at some of these logos, they're pretty amazing. And then you can put them on different collateral. You can put them on hats and bags. And one of my friends does chapsticks. She'll hand out chapsticks with her company logo on it, her phone number. So people always have that on them. So marketing, how do I find customers without being spammy or salesy? We will teach you. We have a training on teaching you how to dive into the social media. But here's just a few examples. Somebody just put this out here. Just sent a quote to my client for this brand new resort in Cancun. It doesn't get any more heavenly than this. It's just, especially since it's adults only. Someone who sees this is going to be like, oh my gosh, she's booking travel. So the next time they want to go do an all-inclusive resort, they're going to be calling her saying, can you get me a deal on that resort in Cancun? That looks amazing. So this lady got a certificate for Carnival in Aruba. And she just said, I'm learning so much and can't wait to help you book an amazing vacation. Okay, she's just launching her business. People know that she's serious about her business because she's learning, she's getting certified. They know she's serious about her business, and they're going to call her when they go to book a trip because they see that she is being professional about her business. All right, free collateral. This is something that you can call or you can order online. It's brochures and posters, catalogs, all different kinds of things that these customers or these vendors are giving out. And we can order it directly from their website and they mail it to us. Okay, and you can put your card on them or a sticker with your information on it, and you can hand them out. I don't know if you guys have it, but we have bulletin boards all over the place. So post offices, restaurants, grocery stores, you can take that those flyers and hang them up in those places, and people will take them, and then they have your information. All right, word of mouth and referrals they go hand in hand, but they're the top ways to get your name out. Okay, if you ask your friends and family, hey, can you please give me a referral of you hear somebody talking about wanting to book a trip, I'd love to help them. And then you're going to book somebody's trip. They're going to refer you. They're going to hear somebody else talking about booking a trip, booking a holiday, and they're going to say, you know what, my friend just became a travel agent. Maybe she can help you. And that's how you're going to get referrals. Vendor shows. You can set up at bridal shows, fairs, craft shows, and go get some of that collateral, make up a beautiful table. We have a training on how to do this too, and how to find them. And you can go and set up at some of those and get names and referrals and clients that way. So here is some information. Oops, I went too far. I want you to meet some of our agents, and we're going to have some of them talk this evening after I get done and share about this business. But this first one is Claire. She is the top 15 travel seller in 2022 in the UK with over 145,000 pounds in bookings. That's amazing. And I know she books a lot of Disney. Fastest qualifying UK ambassador. She's a specialist Disney vacation planner in Disney Cruise Lines. She works full-time corporate job, and she's a mom to 3 boys. So she's busy, but she's able to book 145,000 pounds in 1 year. That's amazing. So Georgina, who introduced me, had over 20,000 pounds in sales in just January of this year. That's amazing. She's a mom, works part-time, and she's also an ambassador with Untitled Chapter. All right, Natalie is over there in the UK. She had 113,000 pounds in sales in 2022, last year. And I know she has over 20,000 pounds in sales already for this year. She's a part-time civil servant, carer, and a busy mom. So we have all kinds of people who work this business, and you can do it part-time, full-time, in whatever pace you want to do. You know, if you want to be booking 20,000 pounds a month, you can do that. All right. Our top person in the US and our team in January had $90,000 in sales, over $90,000, $93,000 in sales in just January. Crazy. But in February, she didn't book a whole lot. So you get to do what you want. She had a lot of people traveling in February. So she decided not to book that much because she was taking care of them in February. Okay, so do what you love and get paid on your personal travel. Okay, let's check out some examples of this. See what this brings. This is Charmel. Okay, Charmel took her sister to Iceland. Okay, they went to the lagoon, the Blue Lagoon. They got to see the volcanoes. She made 325 pounds commission on her trip that she took herself. Okay, this is me. This is my group cruise right here. I'm right here. Okay, this was February, just last month. Okay, Carnival Magic. We left out of Orlando, Florida. I booked a cruise for 20 people. Okay, not everybody's in the picture. But I brought my daughter and her friend. My husband came along. My brother, he's right behind me, peeking. And then my husband's sister and her husband, and then friends of friends of friends, all came along. All right. My commission for that trip was $2,080. I was going to go anyway. And I had friends who said, well, we want to go. So I booked a group and I made $2,000 on that. All right, so let me tell you about our partnership. I think it's important to know about your companies when you're looking into a company and wanting to join something. So the man on the right is James Ferrara. Mr. James Ferrara is IntelliTravel's co-founder and president. Okay, he's been with the company since day one, 31 years ago. All right, he had 1,500 travel agents just 7 years ago and said, I want to go global. I want to launch into the UK. I want to go into Ireland. I want to go into Asia, Germany. Okay, we're not in all those yet. We just got the UK and we just opened in the ROI. And our next country is going to be Canada. So we are going global, but it's a slow process because you have to have all the governments. And we learned after joining the UK, there's a lot of government processes that you want to get approved before getting started. We had a long process of actually getting launched, and it was, there's a lot of people who stuck around and realized that it was going to be an amazing thing. And we're grateful for all of you that did stick around through that, because we did grow. We had growing pains getting launched, but it is amazing now. So it was all worth it. So he said, I just want to focus on travel. I don't want to market, but I want to go global. So he was introduced to Mr. Donald Bradley, who is Planet Marketing's founder, chairman, and CEO. All right. Been in the company since day one. He was a #1 income earner in a company just like this. And he realized they weren't doing things with integrity. So he told his wife, we need to make our own company. And, I want to give the average person the ability to make above average income. And that's exactly what he's done. It has been placed on his heart to create 100 millionaires with this company. And he's already done it. He has 3 millionaires already created. And it's just amazing, because when these two men met the first time, they said they talked about the people they could help, not about the money they could make. And I believe that, because these two men have so much integrity. Both the companies are debt free. All right. Mr. Bradley used his own personal money to get his company up and launched. So both companies are debt free. And we are the marketing arm. Planet Marketing is the marketing arm. It's where you can refer others to this business. So you can only join IntelliTravel through a Planet Marketing rep. All right. Guess what we've done? 86,000 travel agents since the day we launched. Okay. Remember I said Mr. James Farrar had 1,500 travel agents when they decided to partner with Planet Marketing. 1,500 travel agents. We're now global in over 20 countries, and we have 86,000 travel agents, and we are growing at a very rapid rate. We are hitting that momentum. We're going into that momentum phase, and that's the best time to join a company, is when we're going through momentum. So you do not want to miss the wave. All right, we have 3 guarantees. Okay, 3 assurances. The first one is for the customers, your clients. All right, if you book a trip through IntelliTravel and they find something that is, better price somewhere else, we can take it to the vendor. And if the vendor says, no, we can't match that, IntelliTravel says that's okay. We're going to give them 110% of the price difference and a voucher for their next trip. Your client's happy because they get that extra money, and you're happy because you get to keep your client. Number 2, you guests on here today get to take advantage of this. It's 100% money back guarantee. All right, no questions asked. You get to try this out for 30 days, no risk. Yes, I said that right. 30 days, no risk trial. All right. If within your first 30 days, you registered, say you register today, within your first 30 days, if you decide this isn't what you thought it was going to be, you can email customer service and tell them you want to cancel, and they will email, or they will send you your money back 100%. All right. We have the number 3 is a unique profit guarantee. They give you 12 months to try this company out and guarantee that you are not going to lose any money in your first 12 months of business. That's how sure they are on their product in this company. It's a 100% risk-free guarantee. If you decide to part ways after the 12 months, you just show them what you didn't make, the difference, and they will write you a check of the difference of what you've invested in, what you profited with this company. So you get paid more ways than just commissions and just booking travel. We have that referral program. So that's why we're partnered with the marketing arm. Through Planet Marketing, you were invited to this presentation. Okay. You add on the marketing arm and you get to invite others. Somebody may come to you and say, I want to do this with you. How can I do this? If you don't have that added to your business, you can't help them. Okay. So why not get paid more ways on just, on top of booking travel? You share this opportunity with others. You're going to earn 35 pounds every single time you share this with someone. Unlimited. You can share it with as many people as you want. All right. You make a 50% check match every time they share the business. So you refer someone and they go talk to somebody about it. and you're going to make a 50% check match every single week on their check. Okay, $17.50 every time they share the business. Additional income for sharing with more than 9 others. So once you share the business and have 9 referrals that you personally bring in, you're going to start getting a bonus every single week with those. All right, 10% check match on all travel that they book. So imagine somebody you bring into the business goes out and books a trip for the group trip, right? And makes a check for $2,080. I got to tell you, my niece joined the business last summer. We just got paid today. Today's the 15th of the month. That's payday. And I'm just excited because my niece decided, I want to do this. I want to stay home. I don't want to work anymore. I want to stay home with my kids. She just had her 3rd baby and she didn't want to put them in daycare. She wanted to stay home with them. She goes, so I want to be a travel agent. I was like, okay. So she's been booking a lot of travel. Her check this month, I had to call and ask her. I'm like, is your check 5 figures? Because the check match was $1,000 this today. $1,000 check match today. I didn't know anybody who went on any of her trips that she booked. But yeah, so she's getting paid. I can see she's getting paid $10,000. That's a good month. That's an amazing month. And I just love that about the business. I can see she's being successful, but the company says, thank you for introducing them to the business. We're going to give you 10% commission match. So residual income, you get paid £3 every person that's in your organization every month. And I just told you a little while ago, I have over 4,000 people in my organization. You can do the math, times £3. And yes, that's what I make. Isn't that crazy? I got to pinch myself some mornings when I wake up. I'm like, is this my life? And I love it. It's all travel business and it's just so fun. And you get paid to do this. You get to learn all the time. And I really get to help so many people. I just love it. Monthly bonuses and guaranteed income when you reach leadership levels. Okay, that's just another stream of income. So 7 ways to get paid on top of booking, trip, and making commissions. So you get to earn while you learn, while you're sharing this with others and learning all about the business, doing your education, you continue to get paid. So how do I get started? Okay, there's 2 options here. You see the 142 pounds. That's where you can join IntelliTravel, 32 pounds a month to keep your business going. You get to earn commissions on your travel sales. You get your own personalized website. You get to take advantage of the VIP travel benefits, guaranteed best prices. Okay. Then it's only 14 pounds more to add the referral program. So I always tell people it's like buying a car without tires. You need to have those tires, right? So I'm just saying you need to have both sides of these to really have full effect of this business. And you know, maybe having a lemonade stand and you run out of lemonades, you don't have any lemons. I mean, so it's kind of comparable to that. You have to have 2 together, and it only makes sense to have both together. So 156 pounds to get started. All right, you get both. You get to leverage both benefits of 2 great companies. All right, maximize both opportunities. You get to book travel and you get to sell the travel agency. 46 pounds a month to keep your business going. All right, that gives you the ability to make that 10% match on your personal ITAs. Okay, so only 14 pounds more, 156, and then 46 pounds a month to continue your business. So how do I get started? You will receive a link with the instructions, from the person that invited you here today. You will get registered. They will help you register. You'll have instant access to your website and your education. You will be invited to a Facebook support group, and you will be guided through launching your business. And you're an independent agent, but you're never alone. You're going to have the support along with you the whole time, so you are successful. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We are going to bring up now a couple agents and reps that want to share their story. Okay, but I want you to reach out to the person that invited you here to this presentation and let them know what you think about the presentation that you just saw. But stay tuned with me because I want you to hear from these agents that are on here tonight. So my first one I'm going to bring up is Jenna Burns. I'm going to bring you up, Miss Jenna. You look beautiful tonight, by the way. She's a mom and a wife, a carer, and a 1-star director in our company, just moving, fast tracking to 2-star. And I mean, she's helped over 100 families, and she just is an amazing person. I've known her for many years, and working this business, and she's one who helped launch in the UK. So Jenna, we'd like to hear your story, because I know you've gone through a lot, and you've pushed through this, and this is company and this business has really changed your life.
Thank you so much, Cindy, for your lovely introduction. But yes, like you say, Cindy, we have been through such a lot, and a lot of people don't understand where I came from and how I got to where I am. And there was a reason for that. 5 years ago, just before I got started this business, my husband, we had a really successful traditional business. We had a really good, comfortable life. I was an admin manager who was making decent money as well. We've got 3 kids. They were all really young at the time. And so life was good. Life was really good, guys. And I wasn't really thinking of anything else. And then something happened and my partner took a stroke. And he was only in his 20s at the time, and he took a stroke. And our whole lives came crumbling down. And I just wish that I had something like this, guys, when that happened, because we ended up in a lot of debt. All right. And I had to find something that I could work around my family. So I went looking online. What can I do from home? And I've always loved travel. Who doesn't love travel? But that was just my thing. So I seen somebody's post, how to travel more, earn more, and save more. Sent them a wee message. She sent me a video just like this, to learn more about it. And I just went all in, guys. I had to make it work. I had no other option. My family needed me. My kids needed me. My hubby needed me. I couldn't be in my full-time job and look after him at the same time, but I could work this business around what we were doing, and that's exactly what I did. Within a month, I had made my money back and then some. Within 3 months, I went DIT, which is like 50 in your business, and within 11 months to a year, I became the first ever director in Scotland and top earner. And I have now been doing this for 5 years, guys, and my money has never dipped. Every month it gets up and up and up, even through a pandemic. And I'm just want to say, anybody who's on this call now and they're maybe thinking, is this for me? Maybe I promise you guys, this opportunity changed my whole entire life. And I just wish I had something like this. I had built up this on the side, so when that happened to me and my family, we would have been fine, and we wouldn't have had to go through the stress, the trauma, and everything else. I would have been good, So think about that, guys. Always have another option in the event something happens. Thank you so much, Cindy. I'll take it back to you.
Thank you. I love hearing your story. It's just so inspiring. So next up, I'm going to bring up Paula Rose. Okay. Paula is a mom of twin 17-year-old sons. Oh my goodness, that keeps you busy. Works full-time. Been with the business for 4.5 years and has achieved sales of 55,000 pounds last year alone, and had her first 1,000 commission month in February. Congratulations, that's exciting. Paula, we would love to hear your story.
Hi there, thanks very much for inviting me. Can you hear me all right?
I can, thank you for being here.
Oh, wonderful. So I joined back in September 2018, and it was really just a conversation with a friend, which is just, I think, how a lot of these things work. I had a friend who had always wanted to be a travel agent, and she'd seen something online and was desperate to tell me about it when our boys were at football. And when she mentioned it, it just really struck a point with me, because I'd always loved traveling. But then I became a single mum when my boys were 3, and I just didn't have the money to travel. And then when Lisa mentioned it to me, I just thought, there was not even a second thought about it. She invited me to one of these meetings. I came along, and I just signed up there and then. And I signed up for both parts of the business because it just made sense. I'd never had anything to do with social media. I had 44 friends on Facebook. I've now got 3,500 followers. And it's just grown and grown and grown. I didn't sell an awful lot to begin with because I think I focused on me and my own travel and my own learning. I joined Clear and I cruised for the first time ever. And that was through an IntelliQuest trip. So I got it cheap. It was just the cheapest thing ever. And I took my boys with me. So 3 years ago now, we went on our first cruise and I learned all about cruising. It was a training trip and it was really, really cheap. And we went around the Caribbean for 7 days. And that was what I focused on. I just focused on my own travel, selling to my friends, a few friends and members of my family. And then I think it just became a little bit of I'm not doing enough with this. So I started advertising a bit more on Facebook, but more advertising what I'd done and where I'd been and little videos of where I was. There was nothing like major selling. And I've had so many people come to me, which is why I kind of had the 55,000 last year. But that 55,000 really only came about in the last 3 months, just because I'd really focused on it. And I've had my biggest month yet, I suppose, really, because I'll have earned £1,000 in commissions for 1 month, which is just like unheard of, you know, when I'm doing this on a part-time basis. The biggest thing that I love about this is the team spirit. Everybody supports you. I love that bit, Cindy, where you said you're never alone, and you aren't alone. We've got such a fabulous team, some real experts, and Georgina, who's an ambassador who helps us all out. So I've absolutely loved this. And all I would say is anybody who loves travel, it's a no-brainer. Make money, travel, and just do it. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
I love that. Thank you. Just do it. Okay, so we're going to bring up Georgina since you brought up her name. Next up, you guys seen her. She introduced me this evening. She's a mom and a wife and an ambassador with our company, which means she has the highest level of education. And that's all voluntary. She got to learn everything, and she has the ability to train other agents, and she does voluntarily do that for us. And she's amazing. So she had over 20,000 pounds in sales just in January. So I'm going to bring up Georgina. We would love to hear your story.
Hi, Cindy. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hi again. It's me. Really, it started back. I always wanted my own business. So going way back, you know, I ran a business with my mum. Sadly, I lost my mum in 2012. And then I became a full-time carer for my grandma. Then I lost my grandma. So it was kind of, she was the mother role really. And I couldn't take on a regular job purely because I've got health issues. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and last year I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis. So at the age of 20, being thrown arthritis, it wasn't just as simple going in and finding a job in a supermarket or standing long hours. So obviously when I went through an Open University course back in when the children were young, and then it was a matter of really when I got my degree in 2018, my husband sat down and said, right, what are you going to do with your degree then? And I just sort of went, I don't really know. So of course he said, why don't you become a travel agent? We love to travel. And I was like, yeah, I'll save a bit of money on our travel. And then I realised that it was going to cost me £14,000 to join companies. And we'd just moved house. It certainly wasn't going to happen. So anyway, scrolling on Facebook one day, and like probably many of you on here, I found an advert that said, become a travel agent from home. And I was like, I'm in. But actually, you know what? I was one of those people that asked lots of questions. So if you've got lots of questions, ask them seriously. I probably asked every single question there was going. And I didn't actually join. That was in the August, and I didn't actually join until the October. So I was really hardcore. I asked every question. I wanted to know the ins and outs of the business before I joined. But do you know what? Once I was in, that was the October. Once I was in, I was looking at all these people who are earning six figures thinking, oh, well, I should have paid that extra £14. Do you know what? It took me 3 months to say, right, add it on, come on, let's do this. And actually, do you know what? I've never looked back. And then last 2022, I decided in the January I wanted to become an ambassador. It was something that I wanted to do previously, that I'd looked at, but obviously with COVID and the world going into lockdown, it just kind of didn't happen. So yeah, in 2022, I made the decision that I was going to become an ambassador because I wanted to help all our travel agents to earn, you know, a really decent income. So as Paula said, thank you very much. You know, I look after a few of our agents and help them and train them the best way I can into building a successful business. I'm still here. I absolutely love it. You know, it works around my family. I have a part-time job as well, and it just works around us. You know, it's amazing when you have to try and keep the kids quiet because they're still running around upstairs. But you know, I'm just like, shh, I'm on a Zoom. So you know, but that's the parent life. You know, if they all of a sudden appear, unfortunately, that's life, and you know, that's the thing it is. But they absolutely love it. We can sit on a Sunday afternoon and they'll get all the travel mags out pretending they're all travel agents. So you know, it's one of those things, but I absolutely love it. You know, I've got clients that come back to me again and again, you know, nearly 5 years on, well, it'll be 5 years later in the year, and you know, and I've never looked back. So if you're sort of sitting there thinking, can I do it? I've got health problems, you know, you can do it. You know, it's amazing what we get, and obviously, you know, we make a nice bunch of friends as well. You know, I've made so many friends as well while we've been in the business. So yeah, that's a bit about me. So I'll pass it back to Cindy.
Awesome. Thank you, Georgina. All right, next up, we have one left that's going to share their story with us, and then we'll go to the questions. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. I see a couple in there ready. We'll get those answered. So Andrea Keith is with us tonight. She joined the business back in February of 2019. She works full-time in planning for electricity networks. She's a wife and has beautiful godchildren and nieces and nephews. Life changed in November of 2020, and not due to COVID, but now lives with a hidden disability and reduced day job hours to 4 days per week. So Andrea, we would love to hear your story about your travel business and what this has done for you. Are you with us tonight?
Thank you so much for that introduction, Cindy. Hopefully you can all hear me and see me because I've got my chair up for a change. As Cindy said, I joined back in February 2019. That was a year after I was first introduced to the business. And a bit like Georgina, I asked a lot of questions. Do I do it? Don't I do it? And I joined purely because of traveling. I've got a brother that lives in Australia, 3 beautiful nieces out there, and the opportunity to be able to travel and earn the money back on my tickets rather than paying another person was one of the reasons I joined the business. As Cindy said, I do work full time, so I do this part time, and I work very long hours in my thing. And then obviously we all had COVID. A lot of people left the travel industry. I just stayed there learning more. And then November 2020, beginning of the second lockdown, I had horrendous news via an ambulance, taken into hospital. My heart decided to stop working. So a week in hospital on my own because nobody was allowed in, came home, straight into bed, spent 5 months in bed basically. And still carried on with my travel business, but learning and reading because I couldn't do anything else. I came back to my day job, but reduced my hours straight away. I've continued learning with the travel business, but the best thing that I wanted to talk about tonight wasn't necessarily selling, building a team. It's this community that we're in. There is so many opportunities, whether you're able-bodied, not able-bodied, you're not confident, you're shy. This business will do so much for you. It's not just about earning money. It's about being in a family. It's about learning. It's one of my favorite phrases is every day's a school day. I've learned so much, and my confidence in this business, even my family have noticed it. I'm rubbish at social media, and all of them have gone, but now you're quite active on social media. And I'm like, not that good. But this is what I've learned from this business, from some of the people on this call tonight, they've shown me how you can use your own story in your own way to build a business. I talk to so many people about travel. Where I work in my day job, there's a lot of people who travel, so I shouldn't really be talking about travel to electricity customers or planners and network designers, but I do. They all come to me when they want a quote, but you use your contacts to build it. If you're sitting on the phones, do go back to the person that invited you. And as Georgina says, ask questions. You don't have to sign up straight away, but this is the time now to join before we hit that 100,000 mark. Get in like the rest of us and get in early.
I love that. Thank you so much, Andrea. I've not heard your story, so it's very inspiring. And thank you for sticking through all of this and staying. And I really pride ourselves on the community that we have built, and just everyone wants to help each other. And I just love that about our organization. So I do see a couple questions in here. Someone asked, how do you get paid your commissions? Georgina, do you want to talk about that? Because I'm not sure if it's the same way that we get paid here. I'm going to let somebody
Yeah,
else
of course. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it is the same actually. So you get paid 30 to 60 days after travel has taken place. That is standard across the travel industry. So you know, you will book with let's say obviously one of the suppliers that Cindy was talking about earlier will just use Great Little Breaks. Once your client has been, Great Little Breaks will send the payment to IntelliTravel and they will send you your commission. That is as simple as that. It gets put into what we call a hyper wallet, which runs through PayPal, and literally you'll get a notification in your email to say you have funds, and you can literally withdraw it to your bank and go and spend it on your own holiday. Simple.
All right, awesome. And then she asked, what are the perks of building a team? So building a team, I showed you the referral system where you make $50 anytime, or I guess 35 pounds anytime someone joins your organization, or anytime that you personally refer somebody, and then you get a 50% match. There's 7 streams of income. So that's the perks of building a team. Just 7 more streams of income. You get 10% of the commission that they make. So my niece made a $10,000 check. I got a $1,000 check because she made a $10,000 check on a booking, and in 1 month. Yes. And so that's the perks of building a team. You can leverage others, you get residual income, and it's not just all commission based. So you got multiple streams of income that way. So I'm basically from a different country and live in the UK now. I want to know how I will be able to gather customers. Just like I said, out there, you can, how to find customers. I have that one slide in there. You can set up at vendor shows. I built my business. I didn't know one person in the UK before I built my business. And we probably, half my team, probably 2,000 people are in the UK. And it's just, I've built on social media, just putting it out there. And, the one person, if one person sees it, it could, bring you so many referrals and so many customers. You just don't know. As long as you're not a silent agent, you will get customers. You can set up, we have like bridal shows and craft shows and fairs. So you can set up at those and get your word out. You can share collateral, share brochures, share your business cards, just talking to people wherever you go and letting them know what it is that you do. You're going to get customers and clients. Is it worldwide travel in all countries? Yes, you can book travel into any country. You have access to it. Any other questions? Okay. Well, you guys have an amazing evening. Thank you, Paula, Jenna, Georgina, and Andrea for being on here tonight with me and co-hosting with me, Georgina. I appreciate all of you. You guys have an amazing evening. Get back to the person that invited you here and just let them know what you thought about this and if you're ready to get started. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.